He's one of these guys I really feel like can do it for a long time. But what gets me is I don't think he's going to. I think this is going to be one of his last years. I don't know if you guys agree with me, but I'm thinking either this year or next. Why else would they have traded for Teddy Bridgewater?
That's what I'm thinking, too.
Yeah.
But even if you did trade for Teddy Bridgewater, which is what the Saints did, Drew Brees is still playing at his highest caliber. And, it's just... Drew Brees is that kind of quarterback where you would love to have him on your team. For instance, I would love to have Drew Brees on the Giants yesterday.
Yeah, but you have Eli Manning.
Yeah, great. No, but
what's wrong with? I'm kidding. Go ahead.
No, nothing's wrong with Eli. Just sometimes you wear out your welcome, and sometimes you just get a little pissed off at it. And you know what's odd? Drew Brees is older than Eli Manning.
That's true.
And Drew Brees is still playing at his highest caliber. He's obviously better than Eli Manning right now. They're two different style of quarterbacks, but Drew Brees plays like he's maybe 27. Eli plays like he's 57 sometimes. But look, it doesn't mean that I don't appreciate what he's done. Just if you have this... For lack of a better term, I'm going to call it a quarterback controversy, because there really is no controversy in New Orleans, but there is some thought. Is Drew Brees' time in New Orleans running out? I would say yes, only due to the fact of age, but production-wise, I would say no. I'd say he could be right up there with Brady.
I agree with you on that.
I can say he might be up there with Brady in terms of playing up until he's 45 years old.
I'd say he's on the same level as far as veteran consistency.
And this is what I was thinking too. And I'll leave it at this, and we'll come back with this game a little bit. I think there's something inherently special about what he's been able to accomplish, what he's been through, the early shoulder problems, coming from San Diego into New Orleans, accomplishing everything. Hall of Fame stats, season record-breaking seasons in the NFL, and on top of that, he's just the nicest person you could ever want to interview or hear talk.
Team guy,
team first, everything, and that's why when we brought it up before, that's why I think that there's a really good chance that this is his last year, because he comes off as the kind of guy to me who would go to the organization and say, hey guys, listen, I want to do the right thing by you. You always did the right thing by me. You gave
me another shot.
So now's the time you should be thinking about finding another quarterback, because I'm feeling like I'm about done. So Teddy B would be that guy. I really do think so. But we're a little due past for a break. I don't know what that sound I just made was. But anyway,
it was a lovely sound.
If you're just joining us, unfortunately we're going to break, but when we come back, we're going to talk about a very important question in the NFL right now. Is it time to see Baker Mayfield? So, with that in mind, I just want to tell you about a wonderful show that airs on Thursdays at 8 p.m., La Mezcla Latina, the show that puts the spotlight on Latina artists in Latin pop, Latin urban, reggaeton, bachata, merengue, salsa, and more. Focusing on current hits, but also throwing some throwbacks, hosted by our very own, hosted in Spanglish by our very own Genesis Vega. We'll be talking more sports, going down the weekend recap, and so much more. Some Aaron Judge news that came out late yesterday.
Yay.
And, we're going to be talking about that right here on the Voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.
Hi, this is Rita Monte. Would you like to take a trip to romantic Italy with me? Let's go together every Thursday with Profumi d'Italia. You will hear and savor Italy's soul with music from yesterday and today. Learn about Italy's museums, countryside, restaurants, festivals, and wineries. Most of all, you will learn about Italy's history and its people. Thursdays at 5 p.m., experience the essence of Italy on the Voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.
All right, we're back. Nick Ohrnberger here alongside Eric Fischetti. Liam, I never asked you your last name.
Gotimer.
That's God.
God.
I like your last name, Gotimer.
Can we call you El God?
Of course you can.
El God.
And of course, and the man, the myth, the legend, Dan Morales. Let's get it out there. Eric Fischetti, you can follow him on Twitter and Instagram, right? Same thing?
It's two different things.
Well, we're going to go Sergeant Fish on Twitter. And if you care, you can drop your Insta.
Fish 5710.
Ooh,
yes. He follows me. Oh
my! I gotta follow you. I didn't get around to it. Liam, where can we follow you on things and stuff?
Instagram, Twitter. Do you want my handle?
Yeah,
what's your handle, boy?
These people want to know what you have to say, Liam.
I mean, hey, go for it. You can follow my Instagram at Liam_Gotimer.
Got it.
And I don't have a Twitter at the moment. I have a professional Twitter for my podcast, Hockey and Baseball. Not right now, but you can follow the Penalty Box on Twitter. That is my Twitter handle for that. And
everybody's got a podcast. I love it. Dan Morales, who you can follow on Twitter at
Daniel Molo _.
Dan Molo _.
You know what it is.
Yeah, you know what it is.
You know what it is.
All right, so we asked the important question. By the way, 90.3 WHPC Sports Talk. We asked the question before the break. Is it time to see Baker Mayfield? And I'm just going to go random. Liam, you know what? You're the new guy. Is it time to see Baker?
I think it is. I think you want to see what you have out of him in the regular season, and I think it's important. You know, you can take whatever stats you got from the preseason with Baker Mayfield, but you don't know how that's going to translate into the regular season. I think Tyrod Taylor's been good, but I think it's time to move on.
Dan?
I would love to see some Baker Mayfield. That's your number one draft pick. That's your number one draft pick. You have to see him. You have to see him provide for the Browns, because the Browns, they're doing nothing. They haven't. Hugh Jackson, as the head coach, has coached more years than he has wins. Come on.
Wow.
One win.
He has coached more years than he has wins. You need the quarterback.
Think about that. That's awful.
You need a quarterback. Tyrod Taylor, he's good, but I don't know what's happening to him. And when it comes down to it, you need to start Baker Mayfield. And then they got rid of Josh Gordon, who just went to the Patriots. We're just going to put that out there. But yeah, we need some Baker Mayfield.
Did anybody not see that coming, by the way?
No, we all saw that coming.
Oh, come on. I saw that coming 100 miles away.
Honestly, no.
How can the Patriots get any better?
This is what they do. They get your broken parts, and then they make them look incredible.
I thought he was going to be a Cowboy, because he's been in trouble, and Jerry Jones likes to bring those type of guys in, just saying.
I'll tell you what. I really think there's a culture change happening in Dallas, because Dez, Jerry's buddy, couldn't keep his job in Dallas, and then you're going to bring in Josh. I knew it was going to be Dallas. I didn't see that coming at all. I would have been shocked if the Dallas Cowboys, because now they're in this place where they're kind of doing good things, not not like winning Super Bowls or anything, but like there's not as many problem guys on that team as there used to be. So I didn't see it coming. But yeah, I'll tell you. I didn't ask you, Eric. Baker.
Baker. I think that it is absolutely time to see some Baker Mayfield, but the Browns won't do it.
And why?
Because they are not good at football. But in terms of that, they're off to the best. In terms of that, they are off to the best start they have been in recent memory, with the ties and all that stuff.
1-1.
But, hey, look, that's an upgrade.
That's an upgrade from 0-16, yeah.
Look, they will not do it only because Tyrod Taylor has had that history of bringing the Bills to the playoffs for the first time since '99. So that success is there. Browns have weapons.
Did they have a kicker? No. Okay, we're just going to...
Yeah, we needed to get to that. What the hell is going on with kickers? And then it's not just the Browns.
They tied the game. He missed the extra point. And then they come back to tie the game again to go in overtime, and he misses his wide right. Like, wide right.
Holding his head on the sidelines. And you know what? He's the only kind of football player I allow in that moment to hold his head on the sidelines as a kicker, because that's that guy's job. Yeah. I haven't looked at it. As a matter of fact, I'd like to find out if that kicker is still with the Browns, because that happens like that.
They're working out
Blair Walsh and someone else.
Good kicker, Blair Walsh.
Speaking of
Blair
kickers,
Walsh
by the way.
Fell off in Minnesota.
Yeah.
But,
And speaking of kickers in Minnesota, by the way, Dan Bailey just went to the Vikings.
Yes,
thank goodness, because what a terrible story that was. Just with his health, his leg, it sucks when the one thing that you rely on to do your job well doesn't work. So I'm happy to see that. And this is a Hall of Fame type kicker. If you look at his numbers, like, this guy is like the real deal.
He's automatic.
He's probably an automatic Hall of Famer. Him and Seabass are the only two kickers off the top of my head.
Adam Vinatieri.
Yeah. Is he?
He's still.
No, I know he's playing. I'm just thinking to myself, like, yeah, he is. I mean, he won a Super Bowl. Like, he literally won that Super Bowl. So, yeah, Adam Vinatieri's got to be in that conversation. So, it's not super common, but very happy to see Dan Bailey do that. I will tell you why Baker Mayfield is not going to start for the Browns, because Hugh Jackson will not have a job next year. Bear in mind, I feel the same way about the Jets. The only rationale I would have had for not starting Sam Darnold would have been if you're the organization and you want not that you need a reason to get public support to fire Todd Bowles, but you wanted like a good reason. If he sucks and they're terrible, you fire the coach, and then the quarterback can start fresh under a new system with a new coach that you trust. I feel that way about the Browns. I think the organization's thinking, here's not the guy. Baker will sit on the sidelines. He'll learn about the game, the speed, this kind of stuff. But when it comes to actually learning an offense, we'd rather him just really focus on the next guy who comes in. And I'm sure Baker's well-studied and knows this offense, backwards and forwards. But I look at it like, you know what? At this point, keep him on the bench because it helps Tyrod Taylor in the sense that he gets more game experience for his next landing place. It helps the organization because they have a good reason to sound off about firing Hugh Jackson.
They should have done it last season.
And then there's excitement for next season with Baker Mayfield.
And a new regime.
Yes. So I think that's the best way to go about it. But let's keep going. Chargers, Bills, 31-20. The Chargers win. I picked this one correctly. Do we care about does
There's
Buffalo?
one thing I care about.
Yes.
There is one thing I care about in terms of this game. How the hell do you retire at halftime and say, "Nah, screw this. I can't do this anymore"? How do you do that? That is such a giant middle finger, not only to your teammates but to that shield. It is just so.
Oh, jeez! You know what? Screw the shield and screw your teammates. You play for yourself.
Finish the game.
What if the next play he plays is his last? What if he gets his back broken?
At least he finished the game.
But he walks out at halftime. He started the game. You got to finish it.
I don't want to hear it.
Come on.
No, I think he handled it wrong, but if he didn't want to play, he didn't have to play. Now,
he should have done it before the game if he didn't want to play.
The only problem I have about it is if he really realized that halftime, I'm done with this game, should have told his coaches, and he should have said, take me out of this game. I'm not playing another snap. I consider this my retirement. That would have been fine. But he didn't. He kind of just left.
He's left, yeah.
Which is weird.
But not only does he not get another job in the NFL anymore, he's done. He can't do it anymore. No one's going to want to take that risk.
Well, he told you that. He told you he's done. He's like, I'm done. I don't want to do it.
I'm just saying, if he eventually wants to come back and be like, hey, look, I know I made some mistakes. I know that I did that thing.
He can't. No, you're right. Yeah, he's done.
He can't do that. Done. He cannot do that. That is the worst way possible to do it. If your scenario happened, if he happened to say to the coaching staff, listen, I can't do this anymore. I know it's halftime. Right. I can't do it. I'm going to retire. Just letting you know, guys, see you later. Instead of just being like, bye, and then just go on his merry way into the sunset. That is just a bad way to go about it.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's a frustrating thing for the organization because it's embarrassing. But I happen to look. I just always tend to see things from the player's side. If you really felt like he was done and didn't want to risk anything else, bye. You know what I mean? They don't want you. You don't want them. He doesn't owe them anything. That's the only problem I have with your argument. The respect the shield. Screw them. This is the most cutthroat business in American sport.
But it is your job.
You know what?
I understand when you have Josh Allen, Nathan Peterman as your quarterback, I would quit.
Oh
too.
My God! Yeah. Nathan Peterman, especially. Oh my God!
I don't know.
Hey, listen, I still stand by the fact that I think Josh Allen projects. Coming out of the draft, at least, projected best among all the quarterbacks. I still think there's a chance.
I think he needs some more experience. I think he needs some time.
And you know what? Perfect season to get some experience. I hope he gets leveled the entire year and just has a terrible year. That's the best way to learn. Wow, I sucked.
How can
Let
I
me get better?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else we got? Vikings, Packers. I mean, tie ball game. That's weird. That's the second week in a row we have a tie ball game.
Consecutive ties since the merger.
Yeah, it doesn't happen lots. What do we have to say about this?
Kirk Cousins is good.
Kirk Cousins really, well, look, he's always footballed great.
Aaron Rodgers can play on one leg.
Yeah, you know what?
He also has to play, too. That's the thing.
If he doesn't play, the Packers are not good.
According to him, he has to play. You remember the sounder we put on last week? He's like saying, I get paid to play through injury. Like, geez, that's your mindset. Like, boy.
He's got the Brett Favre type.
I know, and he learned from him, and I'm sick of those comparisons because they really don't compare well.
I'm not really comparing Rodgers to Favre in physicality and football. I'm comparing Rodgers to Favre in demeanor.
In the mental game.
Yes, the mental game especially.
I almost thought you said Deweyner, in which case they were very different. You don't remember the pictures? Okay, moving on.
Oh, wow.
You guys don't remember that?
Nope.
New York Jets.
Oh, yes.
When Brett Favre was here, the big issue that happened.